What if starting something new could actually change your life for the better? What if it could get you from where you are to a place you didn't expect to be? But you're just scared to start that new thing. You're just worried on how to move and begin that new thing. In most cases, we are so scared of starting something new that is outside our comfort zone because of the uncertainty, because of the fear and worry of what that is going to turn out to be. Let me tell you something. When I was starting the self-improvement journey and I was trying to fix myself, I didn't know what to expect, and it was scary when I got to learn about letting people go, letting my job go, letting my old behavior go, letting my friends go. It was scary, but this was a new journey that I was supposed to walk and begin a new and fresh journey. Luckily, despite the challenges, I have come to appreciate this journey and the happiness it has given me in this entire process. And I wouldn't be scared anymore right now to start anything new. And I've done quite many. I've started a new business. Okay, I've learned new behaviors. I've learned how to work out. I've learned how to do jump rope and the rest. And all these new behaviors have given me new purpose. They've given me new energy, and they've given me reason to live every day. Now, let's discuss, why do you need to start something new? Usually, new things are things you've not experienced before or things you've not done before, and you're just putting them into your life for the first time or into your environment for the first time. What you get with learning something new is growth and development. You grow. You could grow in terms of knowledge. You could grow in terms of experience. You could grow in terms of the way you see things. And I will tell you, the amount of growth you get comes with the area you choose where you want to do something new. For example, in my fitness journey, I've been doing weightlifting, what we call hypertrophy, trying to focus on particular muscles and grow myself. I've learned lots of lessons. I've learned what hormones I need. I've learned what supplements I need. I've learned how to sleep and how to lift. But when I added on jump rope, okay, I got to learn something new. I got to learn new skills, new tricks, and I got to learn the benefits of jump rope. And I also got to learn so much. I've come to grow in terms of understanding patience and perseverance. So when you learn something new, you get to grow as a person. Secondly, when you learn something new, you get to explore your abilities and your interests. For example, before I started this channel and before I started doing certain things, I didn't know what I loved. But from experimenting and trying so many things, I've come to understand what I'm more interested in and what I'm not interested in. You get to understand that this kind of business would work for me better, this would work for me better, this would work for me better, this is the kind of thing I'm looking at. You get to discover yourself by trying something new. And never put a limit to yourself, feeling like, okay, you don't have the time to try. There is always time to try something new. Every day could be your hobbies, could be your behavior, could be anything. Just look at an area where you want to learn something new and learn that particular thing. The question is, are you willing to start something new? Time, right? Fear is the only reason we are scared to do things we ought to do, because we are worried that something might happen. And a lot of people have a lot of ideas. A lot of people have a lot of opinions. But then we're scared about what will happen, about the unknown. And that fear comes in the form of fear for failure, okay? Fear of what the public opinion will be, fear of what will happen, fear of actually the unknown. You actually don't know what is going to happen, but you anticipate something wrong is going to happen, even before the bad thing happens. And that worries us so much. And fear holds us so much to do things we ought to do. But now, let me tell you something. How do you overcome this fear? I'm not going to tell you that you're going to overcome fear immediately and say, okay, I'm going to overcome this fear. But I'll tell you from my personal experience. When I'm doing content on this channel, where I live in a very judgmental environment where people want to look at your life and what you're talking about and want to do comparisons. Some people don't even understand what you're talking about, and they want to put you to the spotlight. I worry about that. But I've worried about that for the past 1 year. And what happens if you stop worrying? When I stopped worrying is when I said, okay, let me try my first step on doing this channel. I'm worried that sometimes I would post a video and nobody would watch, okay? And does it worry me? Yes, but even when fear exists, you try to push the boundaries. You try to say, okay, let me overcome fear. Now, how would you overcome fear? The first thing is appreciating and understanding that you have fear. When you're scared and you know you're scared, then you know what scares you, right? When you know what scares you, now you know how to confront it. So if I know that my first fear is judgment, then I know, okay, it's judgment. How do I overcome this? Then you say, what if I stopped caring about people who want to judge me? What if I tried to understand that judgment is going to come, but I have to take it on? Then you do your first step, and then judgment comes, and then it scares you, and then you're like, I know it scares me, but I'm going to push through. Understanding the fear and understanding that you have fear in the first place. Key, paramount. Secondly, do not announce when you're doing anything new. One of the biggest problems I've always had is I've always told people, even before the things I want to do have come to materialize. You want to announce, you want to tell everybody, I'm going to do this. This is going to be my new self. This is going to be the new me. This is going to be my new hobby. And a few weeks down the road, even before you do anything, you're worried what people are going to say. You're worried what the response is going to be. You're worried of what people are going to perceive you to be. And apart from that, even the people you're trying to announce to are trying to make you feel like whatever you're going to do is going to be useless, is going to be bogus. And because of that, it raises your fear. So what I would say is, if you're going to try something new, you're going to try a new career, you're going to try a new hobby, you're going to do something, please do not announce. Keep it to yourself and do it, okay? And find a way of making sure it's about you. It's about making you happy, not the entire world. Because the people you're trying to get approval from don't even care, right? And then 3, in a way to overcome fear is when you're beginning, begin small. Beginning small gives you a chance to learn. It gives you a chance to learn through the process, gives you a chance to appreciate and understand the journey. And if you can be consistent for, let's say, 90 days, which is what I use mostly, if you can be consistent for 90 days, then you can be consistent for 6 months. You can be consistent for 6 months, you can be consistent for a year. If you can be consistent for a year, you can be consistent for every day. Take small steps. When I was starting the shoe cleaning business, one of the biggest challenges I faced is when I was starting, I was so ambitious. I invested lots of money into machinery, into everything, and I felt like this should have been so big. Then after some time, after the first 6 months of learning the business, I got to understand that I wish I could have pulled back and started slow and appreciated the process, because there's a lot I didn't understand about shoe laundry. There's a lot I didn't understand about the market. There's a lot I didn't understand about finding a location. There's a lot I didn't understand about running a brick and mortar business. And starting small gives you a chance to build and grow, to improve on a daily basis. And with that, you begin overcoming one hurdle at a time, one fear at a time, one stressful thing at a time, as move on to the next. So begin small and grow in the process. And for everything you do, celebrate the small wins. I know we tend to have these ridiculous, big, ambitious goals that we want to achieve, and we want to get them in 1 minute, 1 second, one time. But I want to tell you, improvement is improvement. If you had 1 and you have 1.5 the next day, the 0.5 is of great impact. When I was trying to learn jump rope, trying to do all these skills in jump rope, I felt like, okay, this looks easy. But then later I got to understand it doesn't look easy. At one point, actually felt like I wasn't doing any progress. But when I went and joined an online class of people who are doing jump rope, and most of them were celebrating just one thing, learning how to do a double under, I'm like, okay, is this so impactful? So look at the small wins, celebrate them, and pat yourself to the back and tell yourself you're doing well, and keep continuing. Otherwise, you'll be able to overcome the fear and start something new and exciting in your life. Don't let the world tell you that you cannot, because you can't, and you have the power to do so many things. You'll never know how capable you are till you start and work on something. Therefore, I want to ask you in the comment section this week, what do you want to try as something new? Tell us what you want to start at something too, and please don't forget that as you start this new chapter, always make sure you give it time and attention and continue doing it consistently over and over again. Your life will become a bit much more better.